Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. 10 incredible facts about the placenta. The placenta is mysterious but mighty. The only transit organ in the body, belonging to both the mother and the fetus. The placenta is a major part of a little corner of class Mammalia. The organ grows in the uterus and hooks in the mother's body to provide the fetus with oxygen, blood, and nutrients. Although scientists have plenty of questions about it, there is no way of studying it as it develops. What we do know proves how amazing the placenta is. Number 1. The placenta functions as numerous organs in one, shaped like an umbrella over the baby. The placenta functions as multiple organs in one. It acts as the baby lungs by providing oxygen from the mother, as its kidneys by filtering out waste product, and as its gastrointestinal and immune system by delivering nutrients and antibodies. It keeps the mother's blood supply separate from that of the fetus, while also helping pass nutrients from the former to the latter. The placenta is what allows the fetus grow to a healthy size before birth. Number 2. Mammals aren't the only animals that make placentas, although some amphibians give live birth. It's incredibly rare for them to develop true placentas. That's one thing that makes skin so unique. A few species of these lizards have almost no yolks in their eggs, so the embryo needs to get nutrition from the mother. But oddly, despite appearing in a few different species of skink, the placentas are evolutionarily unrelated to each other, indicating that it might have evolved 3 separate times. Number 3. The placenta communicates with the mother using bits of itself called exosomes. One of the biggest difficulties for doctors is that placenta can be monitored for growth or invasiveness through the mother's pregnancy. If the blood vessels don't develop correctly, they limit the blood flow to the placenta, which can result in preeclampsia, or the placenta could be penetrating too deeply into the mother's uterine wall, a condition called placenta accreta. But researchers recently discovered that exosomes released by the placenta might offer a non-invasive way of monitoring the placenta's growth. The study found that at delivery, the concentration of placental exosomes correlated with the weight of the placenta. There is more work to be done before a reliable blood test can be developed to monitor the mother's placenta, but it could someday help doctors see women who develop dangerous conditions like preeclampsia. Number 4. Women who live at high altitudes make more efficient placentas. The evolutionary pressure on placentas is huge. It's an evolutionary pressure much more serious than a minor tweaking of your bone structure, says Stacy Zomedio, senior scientist and director of research at Hackensack University Medical Center, to show just how sensitive the placenta is to environmental forces. Zomedio studied indigenous women living at high altitudes in Andes. She found that their placentas resulted in larger babies than women who had more recently moved to high-altitude communities. The women whose communities had lived at high altitude for generations were more efficient at drawing oxygen from the thin air, which in turn changed the development of their placentas. Number 5. The placenta gives the mother's immunity to the fetus. Human mothers and other higher primates, like apes and chimpanzees, start transferring their immunity to the fetus through the placenta, so that the babies are born with the double concentration of blood antibody as their mothers. This means the infants have up to 6 months of immune protection after the birth. After that, they have to start generating their own new antibodies. Number 6. Obesity has numerous negative effects on the placenta. Perhaps, unsurprisingly, women who are obese at the time of pregnancy have an increased risk of numerous placenta-related complications. They are more likely to suffer from preeclampsia and gestational diabetes. Their placentas are less effective at transferring iron from the mother to the fetus, and the higher weight increases inflammation in the placenta. All of this means the baby is born with an increased risk of developing metabolic diseases later in life, such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and certain cancers. Number 7. Eating the placenta has known health benefits, but people do it anyway. You may have heard about the sudden popularity of mothers eating their placentas after giving birth. It's a practice known as placentophagia, and plenty of other mammals do it. Though that doesn't mean it's helpful to Homo sapiens. The women who choose to consume their placenta raw, cooked, or in powder capsules claim it works as a preventative against postpartum depression or promotion of lactation. but a review of current studies found no evidence for any of the claims. Number 8. Differences in the placenta across mammals might be related to risk of infections. Although mammals are united in their ability to grow placentas and give live birth, there are vast differences in the placentas of each species. The placentas come in different shapes and sizes, and gestation periods vary from around 12 days in the American opossum. Gestation periods vary from around 12 days in American opossum to 22 months for the African elephant. Then there's the issue of how deeply the placenta penetrates the mother. Some placentas are highly invasive, while others attach only minimally. Although scientists are quite sure about the origin of these differences, one hypothesis is that species most at risk of infection after birth have more invasive placentas so that the mothers can pass immunity on to their offspring. Number 9. Each time a woman gets pregnant, a new placenta grows. Depending on how much you know about the placenta, it will either be obvious or counterintuitive that the mother grows a new one every time she's pregnant. Each time the placenta is new, it is genetically distinct to the pregnancy and the child, says Catherine Sponge, acting director of National Institute of Child Health and Human Development. In the case of twins, it's a bit more complicated. Identical twins usually share a placenta, while fraternal twins usually have their own separate placentas. Number 10. Scientists study the placenta to understand cancer. Unlike organ transplants and other foreign objects entering the body, the placenta has unique ability to develop without the immune system going into attack mode. And when it develops normally, the placenta stops infiltrating the mother's body before it does any harm. This makes it a potential invaluable source of information for cancer researchers who want to better understand how tumor grows. One study that compared abnormal placentas to the genetic profile of a tumor found that two shared a number of traits. Basically, the placenta is similar in many ways to cancer, and understanding it better could help researchers combat the growth of cancerous cells. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel.